Jackson on the Sunshine Coast with the next edition of A Minute with Gaz. And this week we had requests to talk about, was there positive training around when I first started my career? And the answer to that, there probably always was. And really every single person, every single dog trainer is a positive dog trainer, because 99% of the time we're using 100% positive training methods. And I think what they're saying is the positive only dog training. Now back in the 1980s, if you said that you were a dog trainer, they'll say, what, greyhounds or attack dogs? Oh, domestic dogs, that's it. And that's about the only categories. The only time you put a name or a title in front of the word dog trainer was to describe what type of dog trainer you were, like greyhounds or law enforcement, etc., etc. And then in about the early 1990s, I started hearing all this from around the industry. Oh, we only train the positive method. We only do this way. We don't use choke chains. They mean pain. So we're starting to hear all these different things. And I thought at the time it's just really just dog trainers marketing their pure positive, happy, goofy training to little old ladies with their crazy little chihuahuas and the middle-aged gay men with their fur babies. And it was just a niche. The market was no big deal. But then we started seeing that the RSPCA started heavily getting involved in the training, and through the juggernaut of the RSPCA and all their volunteers and supporters and employees, it became very, very big that everyone had to train positive only. There was no check chains used. Everything had to be done to the RSPCA standards. Then we started hearing all the news from, oh, positive training, it's science-based, it's grounded in science, it's science proven, it's RSPCA approved methods. And again, we thought this was all just marketing campaign for the trainers. But then they started outnumbering most of the professional dog trainers, probably by about 5 to 1. So then, what they started doing is that the positive trainers, to market their positive training, next thing in about early 90s, we started getting bagged like you wouldn't believe. This is all professional dog trainers. People will ring us up saying, I don't want my dog trained on a choker chain. What methods do you use? People were walking their dogs on choke chains and they've been shamed or abused for using choke chains. So now the mass campaign to stop people correcting a dog or giving any form of correction or using check chains had begun. And that's when I first started seeing this massive campaign for positive only training, which was basically started with the RSPCA. Then about a year later, I started hearing for the first time the word balanced, and I thought, that's pretty crazy. I don't know any balanced dog trainer. We're all pretty unstable. So anyway, the balanced dog trainer, that we use check chains and we use different things, but we use it properly. So this is the first time that I saw that we had a divide within the dog training industry, that all of a sudden there's all the balanced dog trainers, then all the positive only dog trainers, and that was about the mid-90s. And this has continued all the way through to today, and it's continued to be a bit of a I suppose a drama in some way, that you've got to be in the positive camp or you've got to be in the balanced camp, and the positive trainers don't associate with the balanced trainers, etc., etc. And also know that back with all the dog trainers associations and all the different groups back in the day, I can't remember seeing any positive only dog trainer there, but they outnumbered us like 5 to 1. So yeah, and they've just got bigger and bigger. So this is the juggernaut of the RSPCA and pushing their agenda for pure positive dog trainers. So that's when I first heard about it in about 1992, and I think it was started mainly by the RSPCA, and it's continued today. And even with their marketing campaigns, you just have to look through the internet, and 9 out of 10 adverts are for positive only training and do it the gentle modern method and all these things there. So it is really a big marketing campaign. But that's where I first saw the pure positive dog training, which today has now given way to the extreme positive dog trainer, and I'll tell you a little bit more about that later. But anyway, that's where it came from for me. Mid-90s was when I first heard of this positive dog training, and it's still going today. So anyway, that's my Minute with Gaz. Talk to you soon.